Yes. So they say that the long-term effects of abuse, emotional abuse or verbal abuse that we see on TV or anywhere can be really bad, and if not worse, is many a times than physical abuse. And they say emotional abuse is not taken very seriously because it cannot not always be seen, but the effects of long-term emotional abuse is far deeper than physical abuse and stuff. That doesn't mean that we think that we are emotional, victims of abuse because we're following TV or we have it happening at work and stuff. It's a little more serious. So emotional abuse can manifest in a lot of ways, which is not just limited to controlling, threatening, degrading, belittling, criticizing, shouting, etc. And these are the kind of experiences, emotions that kind of create never-ending memories and stuff. Because what happens is that people kind of think it's very normal to have these kind of emotions and behaviors and stuff, and they're actually projecting their own insecurities, or they're projecting their own fears or their own bruises or hurts on other people and stuff. So uh, because probably their experiences have not been dealt with and they think that it's right to be that way. Maybe their work environment or their personal environments are like that, so it's normal for them. I see so many people around in the creative world who kind of cope with that, and many people who end it and move away from it. And this set of lines is talking about negative emotions. So negative emotions also include stuff like fear, and fear is the most common factor, and this is a factor which basically people play on. And it says that fear has two invisible faces. One is the fear that makes you want to flee, and the other is that makes you want to investigate. And the moment you get into wanting to flee, you kind of run away from it, and the moment you want to investigate, you become party to it, and then it becomes an addiction, and you kind of get used to it and stuff. And then they're talking about negative emotions. So we are basically humans who have negative and positive emotions. So positive emotions are happiness, joy, being cheerful, being happy, feeling great, feeling good, kind of inspired, motivated, making good memories and good relationships and stuff. And negative emotions are basically emotions like anger, then you have temper, then you have greed, and you have jealousy, you have envy, you have arrogance and stuff like that. So the author's talking about this. He's saying that health is the most important spectrum of emotion and stuff. And why is social media making us more emotionally disconnected? I feel the same way. I think consistently consuming information online kind of makes you get into a loop, or puts you into a circuit where you get used to listening to and watching sound bites and voices and hearing stuff which people are sharing. So, in the words of the author, which I've been so, strongly sharing, is that consistently consuming sound bites of people's lives lead us to put together a particular idea of reality in our head, which is so far away from the truth. We develop, in certain cases, anxiety which is surrounding social media, and there are certain standards or there are certain behaviors which we see online, which kind of feel real, and they feel they are validated or justified, and we begin to prioritize our screen time over the real life face balance. So we are all social beings and we are all human beings, so we all have to have relationships offline and stuff. And I mean, I'm not saying that love can't be found online and stuff. It can be, but I think human interaction is more important than online relationships and stuff. And the way the trends of dating and everything are happening, and the way we are looking at stuff being shared on social media and on Facebook and stuff like that, a lot of people have kind of understood that Facebook relationships can be very fake and they may be detrimental to the health of people and stuff. I second that as well, and I say that okay, you may connect with someone online, but it's always a great idea to meet offline before you kind of build up your images and you build up a certain scenario in your head and stuff, and the person, for all you know, turns out to be like shady and a stalker, or maybe a little wonky or off in the head and stuff. And the author saying that, he says, you cannot numb yourself to experiences, and you cannot numb yourself to everything else, and you cannot disregard sadness without making yourself immune to happiness. But to sum it up, healthier happiness is an experience, and that experience is basically everything. It can either be good and bad. So the gist of it is that, all these unhealthy exchanges of unparliamentary words, abuses, calling each other names, stalking, acting, clingy online and stuff, trying to get attention by stalking women or girls or even boys or men, and basically kind of screaming for no reason. I mean, I remember working for a media company, and I'll keep the name, confidential, but I used to see that the environment used to be, more or less balanced when there were men there. But the moment there were smart women like me and some other girls who would go in, our boss and the other people would kind of get into bouts of temper and anger and stuff like that. And I think I kind of nailed it many years back, that I think the guy had some anger management issues and stuff. And no offense meant, I mean, I remember taking him to a doctor and putting him through counseling and stuff. So from there, I understood that, the more dynamic or the more crazy and hyped up and demanding the job is, at times, it can basically be a cause of abuse, which happens indirectly to teams through their bosses or vice versa and stuff. And where there are irrational, expectations, and women or men are kind of expected to abide. I've seen so many people in a co-working area that I went for a meeting. I was there, and I remember this media office, and a lady just threw a vase and a lamp on the other end of the table and stuff. And I thought that me kind of maybe throwing a remote in temper on the bed was really bad. But when I looked at that, I was like, oh my God, this is the kind of stuff which happens in the world, and we're not aware of it. And we form this image in our head. So, to cut a long story short, basically what I mean is that there are all kinds of people in this world, but it's very important to understand that there can be long term effects of abuses. And see, the author has also very clearly said that consuming bites and lines of people and their takes and videos and stuff like that can actually dilute your thought process and stuff, and you may actually be disconnected from reality, and you can make it your own reality and stuff. So it happens to me many a times, and if I watched a video of certain people, it's called garbage. Before you sleep, if you watch some certain people, they play on your mind at times and stuff like that. So it's very important to relax and meditate or read a book and stuff. And if you sleep peacefully, you wake up peacefully and stuff, and you realize that your negative emotions have no space, but you're more positive and stuff. So this is what even I'm saying, and even the author is saying, that rather than reliving and living social pain or pains which are caused in your head or in your health by screaming or watching TV or online and offline, it's better to switch all of that. And it's very important to prioritize your personal health and mental health and emotional health and stuff like that. And you have to prioritize rejecting offensive stuff and unhealthy stuff and all that, because children follow that, elders follow that, parents follow that, everybody follows that in your family. And if you really want to have healthy relationships and good associations and stuff, you have to promote positive and healthy emotions and stuff. So there is a huge call even by United Nations and other people who are very strongly working on this strategy, that we need to have more positive and quality and stuff. This is C20 and G20 as well, where culture is going to be a part of the content and stuff. But then there are people like you and me who are in everyday spheres of life, working in design, architecture, or even branding and advertising, or even spokespersons and representing our country as ambassadors or whatever. So we need to be very clear in our head that what is it that we are standing for and what is it that we are promoting. And this book is also helping a lot of people think about how they can change the way they are generally thinking. So it's obvious that अगर आप एक ही तरीके के environment में है, एक ही तरीके के दायरे में है और एक ही तरीके के लोगों में है, तो आपको लगेगा कि वही आपका दायरा है। और अगर आप बेटर दायरे में हैं और बेटर एनवायरनमेंट में है, तो आपको पता चल जाएगा कि इससे भी बेटर है और बेटर हो सकता है। सो ट्राई एंड थिंक अबाउट इट, यू हैव अ न्यू वीकेंड कमिंग अप, टुमारो इज़ अ मंडे, व्हाट इज़ इट दैट यू वांट टू प्रमोट? what is it that what you want, what is it that you want to stand for, what is it that you want to kind of promote and put in place and stuff, what is it that you want to do it with, what is it that you want to empower yourself with, and what is it that you want to disempower the world with and stuff. So all of that, the power lies in you, so you can do it. So I'm wishing everybody a great week ahead. I'm just randomly and generally sharing my thoughts, not practiced at all. Just was reading this, so I thought I'll share some thoughts. And cheers to everybody on brandy with honey and hot water and stuff for the throat and to feel good and stuff. So cheers on a new start to a new week, and let's keep the ball rolling for some positive work and happiness quotient high, and let's stay creative and let's kind of stay upbeat and stuff, and let's try and promote more of joy and more of positive emotions, because the same ghisi peti kahani would just mean the same ghisi peti experiences for anybody and everybody. So take charge of your life. You can make choices and be smart and sensible enough to choose the best, which is healthier choices and everything. Okay. So love and love. Take care. Bye bye. I'm on justinkapani.im@gmail.com. You can write into me. Thank you so much for your messages and stuff. I'm doing good. I'm doing great. In fact, I'm also kind of trying to get back to sports again and stuff. And I watched a very nice movie today, which I'm strongly recommending to people. Watch the movie Fighter, and be a fighter. Stand for what's right and what's for great and stuff, and for excellence as well. So take care, love and luck. Bye bye. Cheers. Have a great day ahead. Bye.